Good morning, children. This class we are going to see a new topic. The topic of the lesson is some basic concepts of chemistry 1. Okay, so this session we are going to discuss about the introduction part, followed by matter, energy, classification of matter, and then physical classification. In that, solids, liquids and gases, chemical classification, homogeneous, heterogeneous, followed by physical properties and chemical properties. These things we are going to discuss. Okay. First, let us see the introduction part. Our universe is composed of matter. Okay. Our universe is composed of matter. Normal matter consists of atoms that make up stars, planets and human beings. Matter is everywhere. We are made of matter only. Okay, the pens you have used are made of matter. The air we breathe is a form of matter only. Matter is indestructible. What is the meaning for indestructible? Matter is indestructible. Indestructible means matter is not able to destroy. Okay, it means matter can neither be created nor can be destroyed, but it can change its form. Right? Next, we can move to energy. Energy is defined as the ability or capacity to do work. Okay, so defined energy is an important question. What's the answer for energy? Energy is defined as an ability or capacity to do work. Even this matter, defined matter is also a 2-mark question only. Already you have learned, I think so, isn't it? So matter is nothing but anything which occupies space and has weight. That is called matter. Whereas energy means energy is defined as an ability or capacity. Both have same meaning only. Energy is defined as the ability or capacity to do work. There are different forms of energy like heat energy, light energy, sound energy, thermal energy, nuclear energy, gravitational energy, etc. Right? Albert Einstein was a famous German-based physicist. He developed the theory of relativity. According to Albert Einstein, the total amount of energy and matter available in the universe is fixed. Right? Good. Next, we can move to the classification of matter. Look at the board. Matter can be classified into physical classification and chemical classification. In physical classification is further classified into normal or ordinary condition. Okay. Also, it can be classified into extreme condition. Under normal or ordinary condition, matter can be classified into solid state, liquid state and gaseous state. Right? Under extreme condition, matter can be classified into plasma state and Bose-Einstein condensate. This, if you take this solid state, this is the first state of matter. Liquid state is the second state of matter, whereas gaseous state is the third state of matter, and plasma is the fourth state of matter. The sun and the stars glow due to the presence of plasma. Next to this Bose-Einstein condensate is the fifth state of matter, and it is the main work of the scientists Satyendra Bose and Albert Einstein. Right? Next, we can move to the chemical classification. Okay, here it can be classified into mixtures and pure substances. What is meant by mixture? A mixture is a material which contains two or more different substances. contains two or more different substances are called mixtures. Okay. This mixture is further classified into homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. What is the difference between these two, homogeneous and heterogeneous? If you take the homogeneous mixture, here a mixture which contains the composition. Okay, here the mixture which contains the composition is uniform throughout is called the homogeneous mixture. Whereas if you take heterogeneous, here the composition is not uniform. Okay, let me do one activity based on this homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. For that, I am going to take a beaker and also I am going to add some water in the beaker. Okay, take a beaker and add some water into it. Right? Now I am going to add some table salt, that is sodium chloride. Okay, table salt which we use commonly as a household. No, everyday life we are using the table salt. So I am going to add some table salt. So I added table salt into the water. Now I am going to mix it. Okay, let me see what happens. See, the solution is uniform throughout, isn't it? So, salt completely gets dissolved in water. This is called the homogeneous. This is an example of homogeneous mixture. Okay, homogeneous mixture means a mixture in which the composition is uniform throughout. If you see the water, see all the salt particles completely gets mixed with the water. So, this is an example of homogeneous mixture. Now let me try the heterogeneous mixture. Okay, for that again I am going to take some water. Now I am going to add some sand into the water. Okay. I am going to mix it. See what happens, what do you observe now? Even though if I mix it thoroughly, definitely it will not get mixed with water, right? Hence it is a what? Heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture means the composition is not uniform throughout. See, all the sand particles, it settles at the bottom, isn't it? You will see the water layer only at the top. So, next it is an example of heterogeneous mixture. Understood, children? Right. Shall we move to the next one? So, that is mixtures can be classified into homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture means a mixture which contains in which the composition is uniform throughout, then it is called a homogeneous mixture. Composition is, if it is not uniform throughout, then it is called a heterogeneous mixture, right? Next, pure substances. Pure substances means what? A substance in which the chemical composition is fixed throughout, then it is called the pure substance, right? This pure substance, it can be classified into compounds and elements. Okay, what do you mean by compound? Compound is composed of two or more separate elements. Okay, define compound. Compound is composed of two or more separate elements. For example, we chlorine combines to form the compound sodium chloride. Okay. Hence, what do you mean by compound? Compound is composed of two or more separate elements. Right. Next, we can move to element. Element means what? An element is a substance consists of atoms. Got it, children? Now you understand the difference between compounds and element. Compound means composed of two or more separate elements, whereas element is a substance consists of atoms. Got it? Right. Next, these compounds can be further classified into inorganic compound and organic compound. Okay. So, what is the difference between organic and inorganic? If you take organic compound, this organic compound exists from the or derived from the living organisms. Okay. Compounds which derived from the living organisms, then it is called the organic compound. Next, inorganic compounds, usually it is derived from natural processes or by man-made. That's the difference between organic and inorganic. Okay, organic compounds means derived from living organisms. Inorganic compounds derived from natural processes or by man-made. Right? Next, elements. Elements is further classified into metals, non-metals, metalloids and noble gases. Okay, what do you mean by metals? Most of the solids are metals. Solids. Okay, all the solids are metals only. Right. Next, solids are if you take the metal, it is shiny in nature. Okay, and also metals produce sound. Okay, metals are solid at ordinary conditions. Metals are shiny in nature, metals produce sound, and also metals are malleable in nature. What do you mean by malleable? If you hit a metal by using hammer, we can beat the metal into very thin sheet. This property of metal is called malleability. Okay, right. Next we can move to non-metals. So all the liquids and gases it will come under the category of non-metals. Usually non-metals are not shiny in nature. Also non-metals do not produce sound and non-metals are non-malleable in nature. Right? Next to metalloids. Metalloids means here the elements which contains both metallic character, both this metallic character as well as non-metallic character, then we can say it as a metalloids. Okay, metalloids means it contains both the metallic character, it exhibits the property of metals as well as it exhibits the property of non-metals. Then we can say it is a metalloids. Right. Last we can move to noble gases. Okay, so these gases are rarely react with other elements. Why? What is the reason behind this? Because already these gases are stable. Okay, so noble gases are rarely react with other elements. Why? Because these gases are already stable in nature. Examples of noble gases are helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. These are some of the noble gases. These gases rarely react with other elements because these gases are already stable in nature. Got it, children? Right. Next we can move to the classification of matter. So first we are going to discuss about the solid state. Okay. So look at the diagram. Here all the molecules are tightly, that is closely packed. Closely packed molecules are nothing but solids, right? So solids have a fixed shape and fixed volume. Okay, now we are going to see about the properties of solids. In the first point, solids have fixed shape and fixed volume. Next one, solids possess rigidity, hence cannot be compressed. Rigidity means cannot bend. Okay, so solids possess rigidity, hence cannot be compressed. We cannot compress the solid. Next, if you take this steel scale, this is a solid only. I cannot compress this steel scale, isn't it? Hence it is a solid. So we cannot compress the solid. Next one, solids do not flow or diffuse into each other. Diffuse means spread somewhere. Okay. So solids do not flow or diffuse into each other. Solids have high density. Okay. So these points you should learn, children. If you have one question, that is mention the properties of solids. You will get a question like this. Then you have to write all the 4 points. These 4 points are very important. Okay. What's the first one? Solids have fixed shape and fixed volume. Solids possess rigidity, hence cannot be compressed. Okay, rigidity means it does not bend. Next, solids do not flow or diffuse into each other. Solids have high density. Okay, here if you look at the molecules, all the molecules are tightly, closely packed molecules, right? Next, we can move to the liquid state. Okay, if you look at the diagram, here the molecules are somewhat loosely packed molecule. Okay, when compared to solids, solids are tightly packed molecule. But if you take a liquid, here the molecules are loosely packed. Okay, then what are the properties? Liquids have fixed volume but no fixed shape, isn't it? Liquids have fixed volume but no fixed shape. Liquids cannot be compressed much, right? Liquids cannot be compressed much. Liquids have lesser density when compared to solids, right? Liquids have lesser density when compared to solids. Liquids flow from a higher level to lower level. This point you know very well, isn't it? Liquids flow from a higher level to lower level. Next, solids, liquids and gases can diffuse into liquids. Okay, not only solids, even liquids and gases also it diffuse into liquids. So these are the properties of liquids, right? Shall we move to the gaseous state now? Right. If you look at the diagram, here the gaseous molecules are very loosely packed. Okay, here these molecules are very loosely packed molecules. If you see the properties, gases are highly compressible. So gases are highly compressible. Gases have very low density. Gases flow easily and diffuse into one another. This also you know very well, isn't it? Gases flow easily, it spreads everywhere and diffuse into one another. Diffuse is nothing but spreads everywhere. Gases do not have fixed shape and volume, right? Gases do not have fixed shape and volume. What's the first property? Gases are highly compressible. Gases have very low density. Gases flow easily and diffuse into one another. Gases do not have fixed shape and volume. Okay. So look at the diagram. This is nothing but solid. This is ice. Okay. You know very well ice is a solid. So this ice on melting it turns into liquid, isn't it? Just take one ice cube and keep it on the table. Within few seconds you will see that ice melts. Okay, ice melts to change into liquid. This liquid on boiling it turns into gaseous state, right? So this gas, if you condense this gas, it turns into liquid. Whereas this liquid on freezing turns into solid. Okay, here solid to gaseous state. This process is the sublimation process. Sublimation process means what? Conversion between solid state into gaseous state. Here the heat energy taken from environment. At the same time gaseous state to solid state, here Here the heat energy released to environment. Okay, here the heat energy released to environment. Got it, children? The ice turns into liquid. This liquid on boiling turns into gas. This gas on condensation turns into liquid. This liquid on freezing turns into solid. Its heat energy is released to the environment. Okay. Finally, let me move to the chemical classification. Under this, we are going to read about the pure substance. Okay, already I told you pure substance. See the definition for pure substance. A pure substance is defined as the variety of matter and samples of which have same composition. This line is very important. Same composition and properties. Then it is called the pure substance. Okay. So a pure substance is defined as a variety of matter, all samples of which have the same composition and properties. Then it is called the pure substance. It's a 2-mark question, right? Next, in chemistry, we express this into 2 types. We express this matter into 2 types of properties. Okay. So what are the 2 types of properties? One is the chemical property and another one is the physical property. Okay. Then what is chemical property? Chemical property can be observed or measured, okay, by changing in which the substance which changes its chemical composition. Okay. This is called the chemical properties. Whereas physical properties means your physical properties can be observed or measured without changing the composition of matter. Okay, that's the difference between physical properties and chemical properties, right, children? Okay, what are the things we discussed today? Discussed about matter, energy, classification of matter, right? Next, solid state, liquid state, gaseous state, its physical properties, and also about the physical properties and chemical properties. So all the definitions we should learn and you have to write one time, children. This is your assignment. So complete assignment. The remaining things we will see in the next class. Thank you, children.